Hi guys, I just wanted to make a little video on the Pellenc Rasion 2 battery operated lawnmower. And that's it there. I have it sitting up, so I thought I'd start underneath and show you underneath it. This mower, the cut quality on this mower is second to none. I've used Hondas for over 20 years now, Honda mowers, HRU 216, and before that I think 215s, and even before that 214s. Great mowers, but the cut quality on this thing it gives a much nicer cut. And I put this down to, if you can see the deck, it's like a little walker mower. It's 24 inch wide, this deck, and counter rotating blades. And they shoot the grass into the center chute, and it just leaves a really nice finish. Great design. Walker mowers have had that design for years, and this is sort of a copy, and it really gives a nice finish. Big chute in the middle. And yeah, so I'll tip the mower down now as I've had a look underneath, and we'll go through a few things. Nice and light. It's all aluminium, so that's why I'm looking for a battery option, because it's just getting too hard to get up and down stairs and things. And the big rubber wheels on the back are fantastic. They make it so much easier to pull the mower up and down stairs. The front caster wheels are fantastic. When you go in a straight line, they sort of click in and the mower will track straight. But when you want to turn, you just swivel and she turns around. So nice and easy. What you have to remember from lifting a mower, because you're so used to constantly lifting the mower on turns, this thing you don't have to. So it's just something you have to get used to, and you soon do, because it's so much easier to do that. This lever at the front here is the height adjustment. Pull those orange things in, and if you can see that, the deck goes down, not the wheels. So cutting heights are from 25mm all the way up to 75, and I feel 25 is not low enough for some of the maintained lawns I do. I'd like to see it. I'd love to see it at 15, but 20 would be more realistic. And yeah, it's just a bit of a letdown. And the increments are 10mm. I think, sometimes you just want to be in between that. I know it's been picky, but that's just how I feel. These orange tabs on the front wheels here, you can lock them straight. If you don't want them to swivel, you can lock those in. And the mower will just drive straight like a normal mower, and you can't swivel it around the corners then. It has the big 1500 battery, which is at 99%, if you can see that. 99% charged. And that battery, I mowed 4 lawns yesterday morning and used it not quite 20%. So if you double that, if I mowed 8 lawns and it used 40%, you're going to get through a day on a battery easy. I mean, if it was 40% at 8 lawns, 80% at 16 lawns, you'd probably get that out of it in a day. So that's a fair run out of a battery, I feel. I think that's fantastic. Yeah, as I said, the aluminium chassis and deck makes it light. You can lift it up. You can take the battery off, and it's very easy to lift this mower. And the catcher bag goes on the back. Now this is a fault with this mower, right? This is one thing that is the deal breaker for me, and probably why I wouldn't buy one. If you can see the tabs on the catcher bag, I don't know if you can see that good. Can you see those tabs going in? They sit in those slots, just there. So it just and so what happens? That lip on the sorry about that. That metal lip on the bag if you're cutting low and the bag hits the ground, it'll pop it off. And it became a real issue when I was mowing yesterday. My lawns are pretty level. They may be a little bit bumpy here and there, but the bag came off numerous times. Now, when it's on, the bottom of it is sitting level with the ground, sort of, just a little bit off it. If the back of the bag angled up a bit, like a Honda's bag or most mowers' bags, that probably wouldn't happen as much. That and that lip, I think that's a real fault, because I really wanted to love this mower, and straight away that was a deal breaker for me, because they're expensive and you want them to do what they're designed to do day in, day out, and you know, within 2 hours I'd had enough of that bag coming off. Yeah, so you can mulch with it, and there's the mulch plug there. It's a pretty big mulch plug. It just sits in that chute at the back, but again, you have to tip the mower up and connect those tabs, which is a little bit of a pain, but it's not a deal breaker. Now, the mower, other than that, I'm very grateful that my dealer let me take this mower and demo it for a few days, but I won't be buying one at this stage. Now, I'll just show you how they turn on, which is another bit of a struggle. There's a switch under here, you push that, the mower lights up here, goes through a little bit of a cycle, then your lights are on. Up here is your walking speed. Now, I ran it to 3 lights. It goes up to 4. I ran it on 3rd speed, which I found all right, and I found that the top speed was too fast to mow with. The real slow speeds are just, I don't know why they put them there, they're ridiculous. Blade speed, 1, 2, 3, 4. I had it on the maximum blade speed at all times, because I felt anything under and it just wasn't adequate to cut the grass properly. It drives along by this handle here. Pull that and she drives. But here's another dicky little thing that they've done. You can't just pull this handle up and engage the blades. What you have to do, I'll try and film this, you have to push this button in, pull the handle up, which I found, being a professional lawn mowing contractor, mowing lawns all day long, that is ridiculous. You have to push that button, pull this in, while you're holding the button, then let the button go and the blades fire up. Now, if you stop to do anything, if you let go of that handle, you have to go through that process again. And I don't know whether there's a fault with this mower, but sometimes it would go back to the green light, the lowest setting. So you'd have to push the button through the cycle again to get it to rev up to the blade speed you want. A couple other things. When I was mowing, twice I was mowing along and it just cut out. It sort of errored. I don't know whether it's a fault with the battery or the mower. And I had to turn it off and turn it back on, let it go through its cycle, and then it went again, which it's not fine when you're paying this much for a mower. I hit a leaf off a yucca, you know, a strappy leaf, and it was only one, and it wrapped around the blades and stopped the mower straight away. You know, the petrol mower would just chew through that, no problem at all. It stopped this one. I had to tip it over, untangle the leaf, and start the mower again. Away we went. So I made sure I didn't hit any more leaves like that. yeah, this mower with the big battery and the charger and the mulch plug is just over 6,000 Australian dollars, which is pretty expensive for a lawnmower. I mean, I can buy 3 Honda HRU 216s for that. So, being so expensive, you would want it to be as good as a Honda, like a mower that could replace your Honda if need be. And I'm not even looking for a mower to replace the Honda. I'm looking for a battery option that I can pull out and use if I have a lawn with stairs or steps, or just a lawn that requires a bit of ease in use, if you'd like. And I know this mower cuts so nicely and the finish is so good, but there's just too many things that let me down. The biggest issue is the catcher falling off. If you know what it's like when you're mowing along and the catcher falls off at your feet, hits you in the legs, it's not good. And to come off so easily is you know, on a mower this expensive and this well engineered, I can't believe that that's such a massive issue, and it is, because there's a lot of thought gone into this mower. And if you've never used a battery mower and you can get hold of one and try it, I suggest you try it because they're so nice to use. And I'm not just saying that about this mower, it would be the same with any brand mower that's battery powered. I believe batteries going to be the way of the future. I believe everyone will be using battery mowers in years to come. It's just at the moment, it's not there. To make this, what would I change to make this mower better? I would give it more power because I feel it was a little bit gutless, and I'd fix that bag issue, and I'd change that handle the way it starts up, because I think once it's on and you've set your speed, your blade speed, you should be able to pull that up and engage the blades without having to press that button. That's my thoughts, but I love the big wheels. They're fantastic for getting up and down stairs. I can see its place in the market, but anyone thinking of buying this mower and thinking they're going to do away with their petrol mowers altogether, I'd suggest you get a demo first. Anyway, I hope that helps some people that are thinking of these mowers. Definitely ask for a demonstration. It's a lot of money to drop, and you may not be as happy as you think you're going to be. And I'm disappointed because I really was hoping that this mower was going to be the answer to my problems. Having a bad back, bad knees. I'm just looking for a lighter option, and this is definitely lighter. Maybe they could have, instead of gone to 24 inches, kept it at 21, which you wouldn't be cutting so wide, so you wouldn't need, probably keep the power up, just cut the cutting width down a bit. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. But I'm not dissing the mower in any way, but I just those few little niggly things have what's made my decision. Anyway, I hope this helps some guys. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments, and yeah, I'll try and make a few more videos on different bits of stuff now, because I've got a bit of time. I haven't been making many videos because I've been doing some renovations at home, which are finished now, so hopefully we'll be able to get into some mowing and more helpful videos. Thanks guys, see ya.